The other day, while I was walking, I was listening to a podcast, as I usually do. It was Alex Hormozy talking about his businesses in the past. He said something that was shocking, but at the same time very interesting to me. Shocking because I already knew that was true, but I hadn't thought about it specifically or analyzed why. He said something along these lines, and this is not an exact quote. Out of all the different things he'd coached people on, the area where people were the least consistent was weight loss. The adherence there was significantly lower than with regular high-intensity exercise and even lower than with starting and growing a successful business. And surprisingly, learning a new skill like sales was actually one of the things people stuck with the most long term. Sometimes the truth is shocking simply because nobody talks about it. See, all these YouTubers always talking about fitness and weight loss, but almost none of them talk about the actual truth behind it. Why is that? I'll tell you why. First of all, most of them aren't actually that fit. You rarely see them take their shirts off, except for a few old photos from who knows when. Second, a lot of them are on gear. Alex Hormozy himself openly talks about being on TRT. Others quietly use GLP-1 drugs in the background. Third, many of them are very young, in their 20s, with naturally high metabolisms, and the older ones who stay lean, like Jeff Cavalier, are rare, and most of them haven't lost a significant amount of weight themselves. They probably don't know what being overweight feels like, or what the day-to-day struggles actually are. Getting your bicep curls right is not going to fix your weight problems. Go to any gym and you'll see plenty of big guys squatting 100 kilos or 200 pounds, but very few actually look fit, athletic, or graceful. Fourth reason, and this is the most important one, it's not profitable, it's not popular. Nobody wants to hear the truth. There's an old Latin phrase, veritas odium parit. It means truth breeds hatred, or as it's often paraphrased, nobody is hated more than the one who speaks the truth. People always prefer a comforting lie over the uncomfortable truth. The truth is naked, but lies are painted in fake gold. That one is my own quote. I don't know if I have heard it somewhere or not, but I think it's mine. So, install this app, this picture of your meals, it will calculate your calories and you'll lose weight. Take this liver extract, echinacea, rare Chinese plants, etc. and you're gonna lose weight easily. It's all packaged and sold as a solution, and it's a multi-billion-dollar business. What actually sells is telling people things like this: eat 6 meals a day and you will lose weight. Just add chicken breast, rice, broccoli, protein shake, and creatine. Or, the reason you're not losing weight is that you're not eating enough. Eat more to lose weight. And the list goes on and on. But when I share the truth, the actual truth, I get pushback. I get hate comments. When I say, when things don't add up, start subtracting. Which is not my quote, by the way. I heard it from someone talking about relationships. But it's true. When I say stuff like that, people don't like it. When I tell you that you're asking the wrong question, you're asking what to do, what to eat to lose weight, instead of asking what not to do, what not to eat. That is the correct question to ask. But I get it. It's difficult. Immediately after watching my fasting video, this guy asked me if he needs to double his whey protein so he doesn't lose muscle, while he's 50 pounds overweight. And the most noticeable thing about his body is his protruding belly. And he's only 30 years old. It's like people don't even listen. Most social media is pure entertainment, or more accurately, distraction. Most people plug in to get some cheap dopamine. Only a few are actually watching to learn something. And an even smaller number are the ones who act on what they learned, consistently. Why? Because it's hard. It's fun at the beginning when the novelty is high and motivation is soaring. But it gets boring very quickly. So the real truth doesn't sell. You don't get sponsors. Food companies, keto snack brands, therapy apps, they'll all hate you. YouTubers lie to your face saying stuff like, I had mental issues, then I installed this therapy app and now I'm cured. When was the last time someone told you that if you fix your diet, lose the weight, go the natural way, and start fasting and a little bit of physical activity, a huge chunk of your anxiety or depression might disappear on its own? Isn't it worth a try? And do you know, as a guy, how exciting it is to see your abs in the mirror? Or for women, to see real curves and a flat stomach, especially after 40, when everyone else your age looks like a potato or a pear? Back to Alex Hormozy. After listening to that video or podcast, I started thinking to myself, How does weight loss compare with other difficult achievements? So I gave a list of goals to ChatGPT and asked it to rank them based on the percentage of people who start and actually succeed long term. Took a lot of back and forth to refine the list. And before anyone jumps in the comments saying stuff like, "This isn't accurate," the people who write those comments are usually just here for entertainment anyway. So why would you care? Go watch science-based lifting, right? But for everyone else, of course I know it's not accurate. Nothing is. But it gives us a rough idea and it makes sense, at least to me. So without further ado, let me share the list with you and I'll read it out. At the top of the list is heart level, which is average more than 10% sticking with rates over a long period of time. Number 1 is running a marathon at least once, 70 to 95%. Number 2, do a major open water or ocean type swim, 50 to 90%. Number 3, summit Mount Everest with a guided expedition, 40 to 70%. Fourth, learning a new language to solid conversational level. 5, maintaining a regular exercise habit for 10 plus years. 6, long-term recovery from serious addiction, which is 20 to 40%, average 30%. 7, natural long-term weight loss at any age. So pay attention, this is at any age, not just over 40, 50 or even 30, at any age. And not losing a lot of weight, roughly 10% of your body weight. So for example, if somebody is 250 pounds, if he loses 25 pounds and keeps that 25 pounds off, it is considered a natural long-term weight loss and a success, which is 10 to 25%. I don't think that's very difficult. Just cut out junk food and limit your sugar intake, and you're just gonna lose that 20 pounds and keep it long term. Next one is master a demanding technical or physical skill, like lifting, editing videos, programming, which is 10 to 30%. Number 9, run a business that's still alive after 10 years and profitable, 10 to 20%. And the second category is legend level, average 1 to 10%. Number 10, extreme natural body transformation to lean and athletic. Again, this is at any age, not over 40. This one's 1 to 5%. Become a USD millionaire from scratch within 5 years. Same probability, 1 to 5%. Number 12, learn pro level violin from scratch, good enough for professional orchestra or session work, between 0.5 to 3%. And the next category, the interesting one, is freak level, average 0.1 to 1%. Number 13, extreme weight loss naturally over 40. Very lean athletic body, which for men is like roughly 9% body fat, for women 17% body fat. And the success rate and sticking with it long term is 0.3 to 2%. Harder than that is getting into Harvard with average grades, average compared to the other contestants, 0.1 to 1%. And number 15, write a major best-selling non-fiction book, New York Times bestseller, real national, not just a tiny Amazon category, 0.1 to 1%. And after that is mythical level, so I'm gonna go over it very quickly. Become a successful musician with a true top of the chart hit, number 1 hit on Spotify for example, 0.01 to 0.1%. Next one, become a top tier Hollywood film or TV actor from scratch. 18, become a NASA level astronaut. 19, this is interesting, become a David Goggins level ultra endurance athlete and best selling author, and doing everything that he has done, which is 0.001 to 0.01. That's the goal. Number 20, become a USD billionaire from scratch, not inherited wealth. So that's the only thing more difficult than becoming David Goggins. That's gonna be 0.001%. 21, winning an Olympic gold medal. And the last one, number 22, I said 20, but 22, I mean, doesn't matter. Win a Nobel Prize, 0.0005. Anyway, back to the topic. You see that losing a lot of weight naturally after 40 and keeping it off is freak level difficult. You have a much higher chance of becoming a USD millionaire in 5 years, starting from zero money in your pockets now. You can literally go and buy a violin and your chances of playing in the Berlin Philharmonic in a few years is higher. And if you want to do something more difficult than getting to sub 10% body fat at 45, starting overweight, you'll need to have a top of the charts hit. Literally, you'll have to compete with Taylor Swift and win. But why is that? Becoming a famous actor or musician needs a huge amount of talent, connections, and luck. Losing weight, on the other hand, on paper is very easy and simple. Eat less or eat less often and move more. So what has made it so impossibly difficult? As someone who recently lost a lot of weight in under a year, going from 30% body fat to sub 10%, and after watching dozens of my own clients, plus friends, family, and all of your comments, I think I've got a pretty good vantage point on this. I'm going to share 7 reasons with you, and in my opinion, the 7th one is the most important. Number 1. Hunger is primal. Watch how animals act when they're hungry. Even tiny kittens. Yes, I watch entertainment too. I love cat videos. From the dawn of history, tribes fought each other over food, even more than for territory. You might say, yes, but they were dying of starvation and famine back then. And that's true. Now it's the exact opposite. In the modern world, hardly anyone dies of actual hunger. On the other hand, the mortality rate from obesity-related diseases is one of the highest, which leads to number 2, overabundance of cheap, highly palatable, addictive food. Most of it is neither healthy nor natural, and is designed that way on purpose for maximum profits, if I don't get into conspiracy. We have become completely detached from our own natural ways of eating and living in general. Number 3, a stressed out, lonely society. We are more stressed, more isolated, and dealing with more mental issues than ever. Food becomes the escape. It turns into another form of addiction. You're constantly chasing cheap dopamine. Number 4, a soft, lazy society. Laziness used to be frowned upon from the beginning of time. Now it's normalized. People have become fragile in their bodies and in their minds. The age of warriors is over. The few who remain have been pushed to the sidelines, replaced by the coward majority, the keyboard warriors. I've told people straight up to their face that they're just lazy, plain and simple, and they hated me for it. And still they hate me for life, for stating the obvious. Number 5, total reliance on technology in 2 ways. 1, we move less, because almost everything can be done sitting down on a screen. Number 2, we rely on medications or medical procedures to fix bad lifestyle choices. It's the quick fix mentality. Number 6, people think they can lose weight just by exercising more, because that's what they've always seen on TV. Exercise is fun. Not eating is not fun at all. Now the 7th and final reason why losing a lot of weight and keeping it off is freak level hard, especially after 40 and 50, when you're doing it naturally. When you look at most of the things on that list, they all have a huge support network behind them. For example, climbing Mount Everest. No one does that alone. You need a whole team and a seasoned Sherpa. Winning an Olympic gold medal, same thing. Coaches, physios, teammates, staff. Even running a business, you have people and tools that help you. You can hire employees, assistants, consultants, but you can't hire someone to lose weight for you. You have to do it yourself. All of those endeavors have massive support systems built in. But when it comes to losing weight, most of the time you're alone. You watch a bunch of videos, get a ton of contradictory information, and end up even more confused. And even if you do get the right information by watching my videos, you're still alone. Your family and friends criticize you and see you as not cool anymore. The whole society rejects you. You will lose friends and become even lonelier. So not only do you not have support, you actually get rejection instead. I myself was fired from my job because of that. Every day I was told, you need to eat more to work more. It reminded me of when they feed cows more to get more meat. Ironically, they didn't even provide food. They just wanted me to buy more food for myself, just to be fat like them, so they could feel better about themselves. It wasn't about work at all. How come? I started a new channel and a new business 9 months ago, the same day that I was fired, working many times more than I did on that job, while having the same or even more restricted diet. How come alcohol was encouraged after work? I'll tell you why. Because it was a system designed to make you numb and docile. Society doesn't like warriors anymore. You have to be a loser, mediocre, just to blend in. I know someone will comment, but Vikings used to drink too. Yes, bro, Vikings drank ale and meat after days of hard labor, sailing, battle, and winning in a brutal world, not as a nightly escape from a soft sedentary life. Some of you guys are experts at ignoring context and justifying your bad habits and laziness. Now you might say that you're gonna separate yourself from society and go your own way, and you do that for a while. Let's say you finally achieve the body of your dreams. Now what? What's your motivation to keep that lifestyle forever? Can you stay isolated? It gets harder to stay lean as you age, not just because your body naturally wants to slow down and make room for the younger generation, but also because of the social side of it. After 40 or 50, being overweight isn't just accepted, it's expected. Anytime I see someone in their 50s or 60s on Instagram who's fit, healthy, happy, rich, living their best life, the comments are full of hate. You're not supposed to be happy for yourself at that age. You're only allowed to be happy for your kids and your family. You're expected to sacrifice yourself, whether you're a man or a woman, especially for women. And when you finally need their support, everyone's gone. I've seen that story play out both in real life and online, countless times. What's the solution then? Well, I've got good news and bad news. Let's start with the bad one. You cannot fight the system alone on pure willpower. Willpower will always run out eventually, and when it does, it's not pretty. You bounce back hard. But here's the good news. As I was walking, I remember the time I used to do kickboxing. How come everyone was so consistent with showing up to the gym? Some people for years. I'd say at least half of us were really consistent. I'm not even talking about weight loss, because I was still fat and slow back then. I'm purely talking about one thing, and one thing only: sticking with something hard. The answer is simple. It's the support system, the accountability, the competition, the challenges, and the clear goals. The best of us were picked for national competitions. Anytime I made a mistake, someone else corrected me. I did the same for them. We were all close, like best friends. And even now, 2 years after leaving that city, I'm still in contact with my teammates and my coach, Big John. Sometimes I was completely gassed out, but then I'd see younger dudes and push myself even harder. If I didn't, they'd absolutely destroy me. There's no mercy in kickboxing. It's just like real life. I didn't realize back then how much being overweight was holding me back. But either way, I still kept showing up to the gym, just like most of the others did. Thinking about all this, it suddenly dawned on me. There's nothing like that for weight loss. No real support team, especially for us past the so-called prime age. And nothing that's built on truth instead of mainstream BS, with mindset and fasting at the core. So I started thinking, if there isn't one, I'll build one. Then the real question became, how can I actually build that? I've been able to keep my weight off, not just because of my willpower, but because of this channel. Every time I see that my story has helped someone, it gives me a fresh hit of motivation. But that's not something everyone can replicate for themselves. If there is no community like that kickboxing gym or any other real team, then I'll be the one to create it. If the whole society is going in one direction and we decide to go the opposite way, the only way to do it is to unite across the world, regardless of age, gender, location, or race. As soon as I made that decision, I turned around, headed straight back home, and for the next 2 weeks, I put everything into building it, working on average 16 hours a day, sometimes even 18. I kid you not. I know some of you are thinking, that's unhealthy, bro. And I agree, but I couldn't pull my attention away. I was fully locked in. I had enough health reserves to push through it. I didn't gain any weight, even though I was barely moving physically. I ate less, and I stayed on a 1 meal a day diet, which has been giving me tremendous mental clarity and energy. I just redirected all my energy into pure mental work. And if you're curious, I didn't take any protein supplements or creatine, and I didn't lose any muscle. It's worth mentioning that back in August, I had tried to build a system inside my own website, but no matter how hard I pushed, it just didn't work out. That's when I realized I needed a real, robust platform. So this time I scrapped the website idea completely and took the big leap. Finally, after hundreds of hours of work, many cups of coffee, and thousands of dollars spent on platforms and tools, some of it wasted on the options that weren't even the right fit. But you don't know until you try. It was finally ready, and I launched it. I called it the Big Leap Arena. So what is the arena exactly? It's a private online community, and I call it a team built for you if you're in your 30s, 40s like me, 50s or beyond, and you want to lose fat, stay lean and healthy, or even push down to sub 10% body fat using fasting, smart nutrition, and mindset, all without obsessing over calorie or macro counting. It's one of a kind. I genuinely haven't seen anything like it anywhere in December 2025. Inside, there's a clear, easy-to-use automated system for accountability and progress tracking, and we regularly run challenges that you can join when you're ready to push yourself. You will find focus spaces inside the arena. First one is fasting and diet discussions, where we post, comment, create threads, and find people on the same path as us. Vegans find each other, carnivores find each other, etc. Same goes for fasting. Different types of fasting, 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, 1 meal a day, like myself. Next one is workouts and activity discussions. Pretty self-explanatory. That's where we share what we're doing for training and movement. For example, right now I've started swimming, and if there's someone I can have a healthy competition and accountability with, it will push both of us further. Next one is mindset and motivation center, which is the cornerstone of the arena. Not only the arena, but also my channel and my life philosophy in general. Next one is public challenges, for example, a 48-hour water fast with a deadline to join, and real-time sharing of our experiences and struggles, and helping each other through it. Winners are announced in the Arena HQ, which sits above all other spaces. Now watch this. For education, the heart of the arena is Big Leap Academy. It includes all my ebooks, guides, templates, programs, including for vegans, courses, printable posters, the automatic accountability tracker, and the automatic weight loss tracker with graphs and goal setting. I'm consistently adding to the library based on your suggestions and refining the material over time. All included there for everyone inside. Then we have the arena chat room for real-time talk, a dedicated Q&A section and suggestion area, real-life talks, success stories, and the arena leaderboard. I basically recreated everything I loved about that old kickboxing gym and then added more on top of it, basically perfecting the system. I especially like the real-life talks space. At the gym, whenever someone was going through tough times or having something difficult in their lives, like a breakup, they would share it, and it made it so much easier to go through. That kind of honest sharing with people who understand and don't judge you can be incredibly powerful. At the end of each month, we pick an accountability winner and announce it in the Arena HQ. Now these ones are the best ones. There are 2 dedicated spaces for coaching. One for regular live streams and one for small group coaching calls, split by time zones. All live stream and group coaching sessions are recorded, so you can watch them later if you miss them live. For staying on track long term, this is the strongest support system I know. Some people don't like the idea of competition, and I get that. The way I use it for my own progress is not competing with anyone else, but myself. For example, if I say I'm going to do a 1-month carnivore OMAD streak, then I have to do it because everyone is watching and I'm accountable. It's no longer just a thought in the back of my mind. I've said it, it's written there. There is the evidence for it, and now I have to follow through. This is by far the best habit-forming system I know. I'm more present and active inside the arena than any other platform. I'm in there replying to your posts, comments, questions, video requests, suggestions, and if there is something you don't want to share publicly, you can message me directly. If you want to see it properly, go check it out for yourself. It's www.bigleaptheory.com and click the Big Leap Arena tab at the top. And the whole process of signing up, installing the app, and getting started takes less than 2 minutes, based on what I've seen with the current members. Right now, it's just the 6 of us. Let's grow that to 100 by the end of December. I'll even go as far as saying this, for most people, it's better than private coaching. It's just like the old kickboxing gym. Not everyone would or even could hire Big John privately, and the people who did were usually 3 types. Those who were behind and wanted to catch up fast and didn't know where to start and needed more focused attention. Those who couldn't fit their schedule around the regular classes, usually the businessmen or women, or someone getting ready for competition, like Ali. And they all could still jump in the normal classes whenever they wanted. I've used the same model here. All my private coaching clients get VIP access to the arena with an extra dedicated space of their own. And just like the gym, Arena membership is accessible to people from all walks of life. Enough of me talking about it, you see it for yourself. Makes the journey enjoyable, fun and exciting, instead of grinding it out alone or spinning your wheels. Even Frodo Baggins couldn't get rid of the ring, aka the temptations, without support. Above all, what better way to kick off 2026 than with a big win already? The first public challenge I'm gonna set is an OMAD streak. I'm just waiting for a few more of you to join. The next one will be a 48-hour water fast. And the third will be walking 6 miles or 10 kilometers a day for a week. Let me leave you with some good news, which really deserves its own video. In short, as soon as you get control of your habits and get properly on track, your hunger signals start to drop almost magically. It's like the body finally surrenders to the mind. Then it becomes a habit, easy to continue. That is my experience. Now back to the original question. Why is extreme weight loss naturally and healthily after 40 a cheat code for all achievement in life and the best way for a fresh start, a new chapter, different and more exciting than all the previous ones? I'm not going to answer this one. I'll leave it to you. Share your answers in the comments. I'll make my next video based on the best of your comments with a shout out to your names and a gift for the top one. The gift is the early script of my upcoming book, The Big Leap Fasting Method. The finished book will probably be released around June 2026 because it takes a lot of work to publish a book. By the way, this early version is already inside the Arena Academy and is constantly being updated. Alright, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you haven't. Like the video to help with the algorithm and share it with a friend, a fat friend who really needs this, or even a family member. I'll see you in the next video, and some of you even sooner, inside the arena. The race has already begun. Let's crush 2026.